Around 13,500 European students currently study in Scotland, at an estimated cost of £93 million a year. The decision prompted immediate claims of discrimination against students from England, Wales and Northern Ireland, who will still have to pay tuition fees of up to £9,250 a year. There was also anger over the plight of prospective Scottish students, who cannot always find a place at university as a result of the rise in the number of applications from other EU countries. The Scottish Government announced that youngsters from the EU enrolling next year will continue to benefit from free tuition for the entire duration of their courses. Under Brussels rules, students from other member states must be treated the same as native Scots, meaning they can claim free tuition. Around 13,500 European students currently study in Scotland at an estimated cost of £93 million a year. Shirley-Anne Somerville said continued funding would send a strong message to EU citizens post-Brexit. We have the opportunity to ensure the financial future and stability of our universities and ensure they are world-class and continue to compete across the globe. Ross Thompson. Ministers have previously announced those who started in the autumn of 201,718 and 201,819 would retain free access, despite the fact that EU laws on university access are expected not to apply post-Brexit, confirming the extension for 201,920 entrants. Higher Education Minister Shirley-Anne Somerville said it would send a strong message that EU citizens were welcome, but critics claimed those from the EU should face the same fees as other international students once ties are cut with Brussels. Tory Aberdeen South MP Ross Thompson, who campaigned for leave, said, post-Brexit, we have the opportunity to ensure the financial future and stability of our universities, and ensure they are world-class and continue to compete across the globe. EU rules means students from other member states are entitled to pay the same fees as domestic ones. They continue to say they are facing a financial cliff edge and the long-term future is under threat unless changes are made. We should charge EU students the same as international students to make things fair and to leverage in funding for the great work around research and innovation they are involved in. If the SNP say, post-Brexit, they want to continue to provide free tuition to EU students, they need to explain why they will be paying for that when sometimes Scottish students cannot get places because of the structure. There is also something fundamentally discriminatory that English and Welsh students will have to pay for university education when EU students get it free of charge. There is no limit on what universities can charge students from non-EU countries. Fellow Tory Eurosceptic Andrew Bridgen, MP for North West Leicestershire, said, it's very telling that the SNP are very keen to persist with a policy that so discriminates against English, Welsh and Northern Irish students. I hope it's something we can get rid of when we leave the EU. There is no limit on what universities can charge students from non-EU countries, with some medical courses costing £50,000 a year. EU rules mean students from other member states are entitled to pay the same fees as domestic ones. But as England, Wales and Northern Ireland are part of the same member state as Scotland, these do not apply. Ms. Somerville said the Scottish Government had been clear since the Brexit vote it wanted prospective students from the EU to see Scotland as a place they wish to study, a place to live and a place they can call home. Announcing the latest move, she said this will provide confidence for prospective EU students considering coming to study in Scotland, as well as the clarity that our institutions require in order to plan for that academic year. We are the first government in the UK to make such a commitment. We do so to send a strong message to current and prospective students. You are welcome here. Professor Andrea Nolan, convener of Umbrella Body Universities Scotland, said, we are delighted that the Scottish Government has responded to the sector's call for clarity.